Hi everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today we're going to look at how to build the 6 most common chords in the key of G major using my Essential and Complete 4-string bass book. So let's take a look and I'll show you how it works. Alright, so go to the table of contents. When you scroll down to the table of contents on both books, if you had the interactive version, you'll be able to click the different keys. So we're going to click in the key of G here today, and then what we're going to do is see what's important on this page. So the most important ideas are which chords make up the key. Okay, so these 6 chords, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, and E minor, those make up the key of G major. Forget the 7th chord for today. And so those make up the key of G major, and then each one has a Roman numeral. So G major is my 1 chord, A minor is my 2, B minor is my 3, okay, etc. And then going across this top row here, this is showing the notes from the scale. So, and the key of G major is made of the notes G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp. Okay, so Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Okay, so that's the big idea. Like these notes across here make up the major scale that you're in. These chords are the chords that make up the key. And notice those letters, G, A, B, C, D, E. The first 6 of them correlate with G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so the notes that make up the scale correlate with the chords that sound good together. And then what you can do with the toolbox is see, how do I build those chords? Now that I know which chords are going to sound good together, which notes make up those chords? So major chords are always made of notes in the 1, 3, and 5. That's out of Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Okay, so out of those 7 notes, it's made of the 1, 3, 5. So G majors are always made of the notes G, B, and D. And so I could see that on both books. G, B, and D is the 1, 3, 5 notes. And then what I can do with this fretboard layout is see where can I find those notes. So let's first play that whole G major scale, which is going to be all the notes in white boxes, starting on the 3rd fret here. I'm going to go G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so that's covering the whole G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. And then I'm going to see which notes do I need out of those 7 to build the chord. So if someone says play the root note of a G chord, you're going to play a G. If they say play the root in 5th, you're going to play G and D. And if they say play the whole triad, you're going to play G, B, and D. So let's first do just the root, G, and then we're going to go G, D for 1, 5, and then we'll play G, B, D. Okay, so the root, I could hit G's anywhere that I can find them here. So let's go G, just G here on 3rd fret, 4th string. I've got a G on the 5th fret of the 2 string, the open 1 string, the 10th fret of the 3rd string. Those are all G major notes. Then if I want to go 1st and 5th, I could go G, D. Okay, so I could go 3rd and 5th. Okay, I could go 5th, 5th. I could go 5th, 7th. I could go open, 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 open on the 1st and 2nd strings. So I'm just looking for all kind of different places where I can play the notes G and D and alternate those to get the 1 and 5. And then to get the 1, 3, 5, I could go G, B, D like this. G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B. I could do it up here. 5, 4, 7, 4, 5, 4, 7, 4. So I'm just finding places where can I play just G, B, and D's. 10, 9, 7. Oops. Let's see here. Let's try again. 10, 9, 7, 9, 10. So I can play G, B, and D all over the place, and when I know which notes I'm playing, then over a G chord I have a lot more freedom with where do I want to try out, where do I want to play these notes, and which of these notes do I want to play, and etc. So let's look at the 4 chord. The first 3 chords to learn in any major key are the 1 chord, the 4, and the 5, and those are your 3 major chords. And then the next 3 to learn are the 2, 2, 3, and 6, which are minor chords typically, and at least as the keys are built. So C major, we're going to play C, E, and G notes for the whole triad. For the 1 and 5, we do C, G, and for the 1, 3, 5, we do C, E, G. So you can click on that with the interactive book, and then we can find where can I play these C, E, and G notes. So I could go C, G, C, G. I could go C, E, G, E. There's my whole triad. Or I could just go root, C, C. And then when I know those notes that I want to have and to play the chord, and then I can see, like in these white boxes, the notes that are in the major scale, then I can start moving around. Like if I'm on this C chord and I want to get back to a G, I could go C, B, A, G, and just use those notes. G, B, or G, D. There's my root, 5th. Here's a C major chord, C, G. So C, B, A, G. And then I'm just looking for ways to move around these chords so I can add some flavor to the bass lines. And then if I want to play the 5 chord, I need the notes D, F sharp, and A. And I can see those all over, so you can find those D's, F sharps, and A's. D, A, D, A, D, A here, D, A here, D, F sharp, A. So just trying to figure out all those different shapes, and you'll start building those shapes in your head, and pretty soon you won't even think about them. And then the last thing is just being able to see the minor chords. And minor chords, instead of being built out of the 1, 3, and 5 notes, like the major chords are, they're going to be built out of notes in the 1, flat, 3, and 5 columns. So A major would be A, C sharp in the 3 column, and E. A minor is A, C, E. Okay, so it's just, the cool thing about bass is the 1 and 5 notes are the same for major and minor chords. If somebody's playing A major or A minor, I could go A, E, A, E. But if they're playing A major, which has a C sharp, and I try to throw in a C, it might sound a little sour. Or if they're playing A minor and I throw in a C sharp, it might sound a little sour. But those 1/5s are just going to hold true for major and minor chords. And so to find those minor chords, you can just look here and see, where can I find A, C, and E notes, like for an A minor? Where can I find A, C, and E's all over the place? So I can play A, C, E all up and down here, and I can alternate A and E like this. So anyways, I hope that helps a little bit with building the chords. You just want to know which notes build the chords, and in a later video I'll teach you about 7 chords, which is just going to be adding this column here, the note in this column, like G, B, D, and F for a G7, or C, E, G, and B flat for a C7. So I'll do that in a later video. But the only thing else to leave you with here is, if you want to download that G major key for free, to the Fretboard Toolbox website, click on 4-string bass, and then if you want to look at that interactive book that had the colored circles, click look inside here. And if you want to click on, if you want to see the complete book that had all 14 keys but was in black and white, click here. And be sure to read here about the difference between those 2 editions if you decide to buy one, because you want to make sure you get the right one. And then the last thing is check out those 200 free jam tracks and work on those some G major jam tracks with those chords that we were looking at today, and practice playing those against some jam tracks so you can hear the sound of the 1 to 5 note, and work on some bass runs and things like that. So I hope you found something useful today, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots more instruments, and thanks for stopping by.